with the board, right? With the
That there is some degree of success, but no degree of control yet.
yes, but
Here, show him the jelly with the egg in it.
Yeah, show him the jelly with the egg in it and explain it.
Grayson will pull out this bag of dead jelly because since Marsh is not here at the moment, he'll have it. This is what came into the base.
One of the many of them.
It's about.
I knew it.
It's about a gallon-sized, one of those like a Ziploc bag, so to speak, over a gallon in size, and floating in the middle of it is a black egg-like shape.
It was an eye in the middle of tentacles. Kind of like the minimal body with an eye in it, and then all these tentacles.
Well, it wasn't a tentacle, it was all gooey.
Well, it did have tentacles when it was first lifted out.
It created pseudopods out of the goo.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I stabbed it a couple times and then put it in the bag. Or no, strike that, reverse it.
So I'm staring at evidence of something other than this world.
Yes.
Yeah.
The committee is going to love this. I have soldiers come put this in a locked suitcase that has some kind of refrigerant or kind of thermal insulation. That way this can be presented to the committee very shortly, because I need them to see this.
Tell them what you found out about it biologically, remember?
Biologically it is not carbon-based. It is not, doesn't seem to be organic. There is no carbon in that thing.
There is nothing on Earth that...
Yeah, it is not of this world.
Yeah, it's not of this world because it's non-carbon based, and everything on this world that's living is carbon based.
Okay. Is there any other information that I need to know?
The rest I leave to your physicists, your chemists, and other assorted personnel.
Want to fill in the rest of the equation?
I was going to.
Okay.
I'm calling the joint chiefs, the president. I'm calling a whole bunch of
Sorry,
people.
all communications are on lockdown right now.
He overrides you, sir.
No, he doesn't. I'm in command.
Only why he was absent.
I'm in command.
Who's in
Not true. He is an imposter.
Finish the briefing.
And he should not be in this anyways. So, on top of that, there's also some issues. He is seeing a scene back in the long time ago's where my family and possibly his family were in the icy wilderness and they had to eat each other to survive. And there's a man named Salvata who the creatures from beyond refer to me to for some reason. And we don't know a whole lot about what's going on there.
We do have some knowledge. Grayson found it out.
Yeah, that Salvata is a Native American savior, and he actually is rumored to have both caused the events that Lester is referring to, but also saved John and Lester's ancestors at the same time. I personally think it's a Wendigo. That's what it sounds like to me, but that doesn't track because that myth is from our world. So...
You mean the creature that is causing that John contacted?
Yes, I think Salvata may be a Wendigo spirit, but that's... I need more information.
I think the Wendigo spirit is what's the resulting of it. I don't know if that's the Wendigo itself.
You explain to him what a Wendigo is.
A Wendigo is a...
People that eat people ghost.
Yeah, it's a spirit that thrives on cannibalism and... Oh, the myth of the Wendigo. Okay, out of character, would I know that it is like a pioneer type thing? Like it started around that time of the pioneers where if you eat enough human flesh, you inevitably become one of these creatures.
It's a very old,
Yes.
long before the pioneer days.
Native American.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually know what it is, so
Yeah,
but it's
right.
okay.
The Native American.
Yeah, the Roth goes, okay, this is something I know. I know this.
But that's what I think we're dealing with, at least in part.
Okay, but as I know, these things could be based legend-wise on that, but I know they're not like spirits. They're something else. At least I hope there's something else. Right?
So you're thinking perhaps there's some sort of creature that is present here, but is not really of Earth.
Yes, but I don't think it's an extraterrestrial.
Dimensional?
Because as well, the Philadelphia experiment is coming up.
Right.
So that we already have an idea that there could be something else there, but we just haven't had a way of moving.
Oh, you're talking about dimensional or alternate world? Aligned
D, all
world?
of the above.
And then
For player, yes. For character, that's classified.
But first, I need to know how the hell you got back on this base, Mr. Roth.
Because I'm the congressman who flew you in here.
You know what? There is an easy way to solve this. Grayson will kind of like pull out a small pocket knife.
Great.
He doesn't believe. Sorry, Congressman, but he doesn't believe that you are who you say you are. There is an easy way to solve this. I need to see your blood, just a drop of blood for 1 second.
I need to taste it. Sorry, never mind.
What?
I'm sorry, but the Major's just creeping me out here, okay? First he bites me, and now he wants to suck your blood? What's up with this?
Taste it.
No, I'm trying to prove that. I'm trying to prove that the congressman is the congressman by showing that his blood has
iron in it.
And you want to cut me with a knife.
No. You just give yourself. You want to bite the inside of your cheek to get blood? Fine.
Bite?
Can you cause blood? Like take a pin and prick your finger.
Everybody at the tables now talking about, we should get you to donate some blood right now in the most crude fashion possible. We're in a medical facility that has plenty of needles, but we're not going to go in. No, that'd be too clean. Let's just cut your thumb.
I'm gonna ask an aide for one of those diabetic needle pop things.
Yeah.
That will work. He'll put his knife away.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's enough blood, to be honest. I don't know if the quantities are adequate to the purpose.
I think it is. The other things don't.
It's hardly a mouthful. I mean, it's hardly worthwhile.
Why do you need a mouthful? Hold on, Major. Before we go any further, why do you need a mouthful?
What?
You have to realize.
Listen, why are you telling me I need a mouthful?
You said it, not me.
What?
You said it.
Oh, I think you're confusing me with Lassiter again.
No.
No, Lassiter thinks you're insane. And I'm
A little bit.
I'm starting to agree with him just a little bit. And Grayson isn't helping.
I apologize.
So then.
Hang on. Victoria, roll a perception test, 35%.
Wrong dice. Let me get these.
At this point in the
back and roll at
conversation,
20.
the real Major Laughter is going to walk into the room.
What?
I'm just kidding.
27.
Oh, you don't do that.
27? Okay. You realize that Laughter's being unhinged may be associated with John Doe's deep sleep. That maybe the controls that they have actually created in their own lives that allowed them to operate independent of one another has blurred somewhat, and without that balance, Laughter's like literally sliding off the other edge of the spectrum.
He's going towards John Doe.
Well, he's
Do
going, no, he's
I-
going more towards the hyper-aggression that caused John Doe his job.
Okay. Major Laughter.
Aye, what?
Think about your last words.
What
Oh.
about my last words?
Okay.
We need his blood to verify this human.
Stop.
Grayson's
you're
already doing
getting-
that. Runs in and takes the
Yeah.
sample.
You and John Doe
Telescope,
are
microscope.
connected in some way. Right now, John is under deep sleep. That kind of removes controls. Okay, even though he doesn't dream, in that deep state, his mind is free.
Aren't we all in the deep state?
I
No,
think you're
that's a
thinking-
different campaign. Deep State is my
Okay.
current modern day conspiracy theory game.
Okay, I think that what's happening is all these extra words that are coming out of your mouth that you don't seem to be aware of. Like, I need a mouthful of blood. Okay?
What? I didn't
Wait a
say
moment.
that.
Yes, you did. And you also earlier said a drop isn't enough. We're going to need more. Well, no, we don't. Any good test can be run on a drop of blood.
I don't even know what test you're talking about, to be honest.
Just Grayson
It's
does.
re-
And
re-
I do. But you don't need to right now. It can be tested and it's simple.
Grayson,
He's either one of the others or he's
What-
one of us.
Grayson, you come back with a blood sample test that validates the blood type. That's about all you can get. There's not yet any genetic markers or anything like that. So the best you can get is it's the right blood type.
Type of positive or negative or
It is
O positive, AB,
The
positive,
congressman,
negative.
More than likely, by this time, the congressman has been to a place where he, by necessity, had to give blood to show his support for something in the state.
Yeah.
So
So, it is his blood type. It is the right blood type. It is a recognized blood type, is what I got.
Now, I'm curious because I'm going to have one of the medical staff get a where they take vials of blood.
Syringe. You can get a syringe and put it in a vial.
Get a big one. That way, what I would equivocate to a mouthful, and make sure that one of the medical personnel draws that much, just in case there's something to maybe his speech that he is not aware of. Because who knows? He might just grab it and put it in his mouth.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That would
So,
be a
what I-
yes, he would.
So, Major Laughter, I would like you to put a guard on yourself. Try to separate yourself from that link.
Corporal, that's your job now.
The corporal's job is now what?
He's now to guard.
Corporal's job is to
Major
guard
Laughter.
Laughter?
Yep.
Laughter's the one that bit him.
Well, he's going to have a gun now. So if the major tries to bite him again, then
Why are you having my seconds guard me? I mean, this corporal guard me.
well, he was vetted before you were here, Major. And Van Vorst is suggesting that we put a guard on you.
No,
And
I'm talking.
better.
He needs to put up a mental guard.
She's like saying
He needs to. He needs
a
to
line a line of salt and the mantra and that kind of thing. She's not speaking of somebody physically guarding him. She just means that he should be.
Have you been doing the Quaaludes and acid a lot? I mean, are we talking like
No,
like?
he has not. Not while I've been here.
He's
Okay.
talking about you.
Not in the last 3 days, at least.
He's talking about you, Victoria. He's asking you whether
No,
you're doing
are you?
them.
No,
Well, you're talking
They-
about spirituality.
No, they're linked. When John went into the isolation chamber by himself without drugs, okay, where this thing appeared. By the way, there's other bugs that are crawling out of ears, and but we weren't able to catch them. As soon as the light turns on, they disappear. We saw them on the monitor, but we couldn't get to them and turn on the lights and see them.
Oi, look, everybody. The point is that whatever you're doing or whatever Johnny Boy's doing, it's letting something in and it's fecking with my brain.
So
That's the truth and the short of it.
Are you seeing visions or words?
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's because of John right now, and I don't know how to guard it except that you have to monitor the thoughts that come in your head before you speak and decide which ones are yours and which ones get to the point. You just have to become hyper aware of self.
okay, at this point, Grayson is gonna start
Who's laughing?
trying to
Nobody.
That was
Nobody's laughing.
That was laughter, maniacally laughing.
No, I just find it very funny that random improv that I do has totally robbed the show right now, and it's funny.
So Grayson's gonna start trying to basically put some sort of mystical barrier on laughter, still believing that this is
chanting a protection spell from outside influences.
Oh yeah, so Grayson starts doing a Native American dance there in the room. That's good.
Has anybody checked his blood lately?
No. The shaman usually ritually chant and dance to establish their spells.
actually this did do something with John, so I'm just trying
Hey,
anything.
speaking of John, no, the bad news is he wakes up.
But is it him that wakes up?
Yes.
Okay. Because this is starting to make me worried that there could be imposters.
Yes, and you're the biggest impossibility right now.
There is a drop of blood for you, and then there will be a vial of blood as soon as the shaman is
For later, yeah.
around.
For dessert. For later.
It's for seconds, yeah. All right, so John, you come through. You come to. They put you on.
Yes, okay.
They put you on propofol. The heavy stuff takes you straight.
Oh
to the bottom.
wow.
You want to put me to sleep?
They put you past. They pushed you past REM sleep to the deep stage of sleep.
Even further beyond sleep.
So while everyone else has been having a comical afternoon, you have this unspeakably horrible remembrance of Desmond whispering into your grandfather's ear, "I only need half. I only need half. If you give me half, we both can survive." And then he basically claws into the side of your skull and pulls your brain out. And you're actually screaming as he devours the right side of your brain.
With some fava beans.
So you're gonna wake up basically screaming from the nature of this horror that you've just been put through. The problem was that because it was done by that medication, it took you down beyond your ability to communicate in your sleep through the dreams, and you realize that all of your life you've had a safe place where you would retreat to in your dream state, and they've taken that away from you, or at least for the period of time you were under that medication, and you had to actually endure the dreams directly.
And the pain
Yes.
directly?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
That fucked me up.
Yeah, no shit.
Welcome to the party.
It's
Hey,
getting
at least you didn't
weird.
get bit by a crazy nuthead over there.
Yeah.
No, he was
Yeah.
being bit by a crazy nut. The crazy nut.
It was just my grandpa.
It was his great grandfather, 3 grades back in the 1800s.
Can we add? Because I'm bound to the bed, right?
Yeah, you can start screaming from there. They'll bring.
No. With the amount of pain and fear, like you can
Sure.
get some really good strength.
You're right.
So I want to rip.
So I'll give you let's say 35%, because people that tied you down may not have actually believed you were as much of a threat as Major Laughter wanted them to.
They use the Velcro ones?
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, damn it.
Let's see what happens. 35% or less. And you can modify
Nope,
that.
they got me.
Oh, they got you? Okay, but you're screaming. You're basically screaming your head off. And of course, that's going to be rather difficult to maintain the briefing while John is screaming from the other room.
Well.
What's that guy's
I am
name?
up out of my seat and gone.
John. What's
Desmond.
Desmond.
Desmond?
Laughter.
Desmond?
I am gonna follow Victoria at this point.
Okay, you guys go running down the hallway, and he's arching
No
his
way, I
back,
was just
trying to get
talking
free of the bonds. Frothing
How
at the
dare
mouth.
you, Desmond? Get away from me!
So Grayson is going to try to not get smacked by John as he. I assume that you're playing or
Can I
playing.
switch my role now that they're in the room?
Yeah. So you calm down immediately when they come in.
No, I want to push my role.
Oh,
You're
he's
trying to break
Select
the
break.
he's trying to
Oh,
push
okay.
it.
Yeah, I got you. Sure.
What they put me in here? This is their repercussions. Come on, baby.
Well,
No.
we didn't.
Oh yeah, no, I'm still stuck.
Yeah. So
It's on
But
66.
you're
Yeah,
thrashing
they
wildly.
use the good ones, the good leather cuffs.
No, probably webbing at this stage.
So.
Oh, I'm just really weak, honestly.
okay. No,
I got really
no
drugged.
worry, Lassiter. When it comes to dice rolls, we're utilizing a system that's in like a alpha test and so what I do is I assign a practical roll based on what I think should be the chance of something happening, and then you just roll under it. It's real simple. It doesn't require any actual character sheet or anything like that.
Okay.
It's
Like a D100.
You get to focus on role playing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is I don't know if you've ever heard of a system called Amber Diceless, but it used D6s the same kind of way I'm using percentile dice. They had pluses and minuses on the dice. That's
I like
what-
Amber.
What's that?
That's me. I liked Amber.
Yeah. Amber's also good. Amber Diceless is a tough system to play.
Amber's my sister.
I'm
Oh,
gonna.
Okay,
That's
but
a
does
good
she-
name.
But does she eat people? That's the question.
I have a character called Amberlyn.
She lives in Wales, so I don't know anymore.
9 Princes of Amber.
Might eat something.
If she's
Yep, the
anything
nine
like you, she's
princes of
probably going to
Amber.
eat somebody.
I loved Corwin. I loved Random. Oh, it was a great series. Anyway, got it.
Why was this
So-
called Visions of Corwin?
So.
Yeah.
You just now blew the congressman's mind.
Who's Corwin?
Well, shit.
Who is Corwin? Corwin was one of the 9 princes of Amber.
Okay.
Yes.
Basically, in the world of Amber, you as a player are playing one of these godlike beings, and literally anything they wish to have happen happens. And conflict comes when your will is placed in direct opposition to someone else's. So you don't ever want to go toe to toe because there's only a 50% chance of success. So instead, it ends up being a very Byzantine, countercultural conflict of getting people to agree with you by agreeing with them on things that you don't really care about, and getting them to accidentally agree with you on
Oh, so
things
is this
that you
like
don't.
the Republican race and stuff like that?
It sort of feels like the American Congress, only the Congress doesn't have any power, and these guys have ultimate power. So
But when everyone has ultimate powers, does anybody?
So it's Congress and the
that's
rich
why-
people then.
That's why Amber as a diceless system is kind of cool, because it never is really about any real power. It's only about what you wish to accomplish.
Yeah.
So it's more like Congress and rich people.
So Laughter's just gonna sit in the corner chewing on a bone, you know.
Chicken.
Where'd you get the
chicken.
bone?
I didn't say anything. What?
Cafeteria. They had short ribs today.
Yeah, so he would have.
I'm
But-
still a little unnerved by it.
You should.
So,
Just gonna
That's the
stand
point.
off in the corner, keep my eye on Laughter. He's got me a little nervous.
so
John was screaming and all that. John, when ironically, when Laughter comes into the room, the dream state, the horrors that you were facing, seemed to almost shut off like a valve. You can't really explain it, but when he comes into the room, all of a sudden you're no longer feeling that agony.
so,
Oh, I like that chuckle. That's funny. He goes from screaming to laughing.
Sorry, what?
so,
We're all practicing our laughs now.
Let's get married.
so,
I mean, Samuel.
seeing laughter is that laughter is in the room. Grayson will try to put himself between John and laughter, remembering that John's last words were before going under were "keep laughter out of my room" or something to that effect.
What?
Yeah, that was something I said.
Major Laughter, would you please step outside for right now?
Oh, sure. I need more, Yep.
Food.
That's the word. People. I mean food.
I'm standing.
You
at
did
the
it
door
again.
with it
Laughter.
open.
No, I didn't.
You said people, and then
I
you
said pudding.
We know what you said.
Okay, so you're standing in the doorway, Congressman.
Yeah, I'm
He
not
goes
going
in
into the
and
room
grabs a short rib.
Okay.
because
grabs
the fact that
Everyone is very
and now
careful to
he-
keep their hands away. They're all like backing away from the buffet just with their hands up when he walks by.
So,
Maybe not. Maybe
Well, I would
yes.
too
The
with those
moment you
Freudian
leave, do I
slips.
get back in agony?
so
Do I get like
Grayson
a
is
go ahead. Sorry.
going to try to slowly undo one of the straps. Still wondering.
You're approaching the straps, Congressman. You see the guy who was just recently doing the Native American chant and dance stepping forward to look. Apparently, reaching for the straps to release John.
What the? Grayson,
Okay.
do you know what you're doing?
So is the corporal going to be guarding Major Laughter?
Well,
That's what you told him to do.
Ask Corporal Lasser, did he leave the room when John left the room? Or when Sam left the room?
Oh. I'm going to assume that there is a guard outside besides.
There are people on the base that are guards, yes.
I
Well-
ordered that there be a guard station both in the room and outside the door. So
There's the guards.
yeah.
The moment I show any sign of danger, they're gonna sanitize me, sedate me, and restrain me.
So do I think it is a bad idea that this shaman is reaching out for
You're
the?
asking me, or
re-
you
No, I'm just.
It's up to you. You're doing it.
I'm trying to figure out.
Grayson will stop and kind of look around at everyone
standing there. You did
Yeah.
it to me.
Grayson, are you aware of what you were doing?
John seemed to be less in a what is it?
A less
agitated state. So I figured it was alright, but maybe I should reconsider that for
is
me.
there a difference that I'm not in the room?
Yeah, that's a question.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Well, no. The calming effect basically shut off the signal that was causing John the pain. So once he leaves, the gate, literally the signal's already shut off, so to speak. So the calming influence is already.
What did you do to me?
So he
I
comes
couldn't-
back in with munching on a bone again.
What did you do to me? I couldn't even be safe in my own brain.
I warned you. I told you not to feck with that shite, but you did it anyways.
I wasn't sleeping. That was past sleeping. I still feel weird.
Aye,
Who
but you
played me?
actively invited it in last time.
No, you. You did something. What did you do?
I saved your life, you bastard.
So,
I literally don't know what you guys put. I know you guys put medicine in me. I'm just trying to.
Yes, and that's exactly right. He saved your life. You were drowning inside of there with that creature in with you, and they were killing you by raising the water level past your ability to breathe.
No,
If he
no, no.
had,
I was talking about the sedative, not the creature.
He's actually talking about after you took him to his room.
Yeah, after.
I don't know what they did, but apparently they put you into a deep sleep, from what I understand.
And he just explained to you that they used something that took him down past dreams, so that
Yeah.
he was trapped.
Okay, I'm trying to explain what happened.
So-
You guys are
That's the sedative,
ignoring
right?
it.
Okay, Congressman, you were
So-
saying something. Okay, guys, the one thing that this app is not doing is not allowing me to discriminate between two
Yeah.
voices. So
That's
Congressman was saying something. When somebody
I'm-
else is speaking, let them finish before we try to talk over them. All right?
Sorry,
all right.
my bad.
No, Congressman, you were on the. You
Come
were
on, my
the
God.
person who
Go
was
ahead, Jim.
speaking
What medication had we given him? You said
Before,
propofol?
yeah, before this, we had used regular sedatives, the normal stuff that take you down nice and calmly into the different stages of sleep. Because of the fact that he was acting so erratically, they dumped basically 50 milligrams of propofol directly into his blood, and that put him down like hard. The kind that you count backwards from 8 and you get to 7, and you're already under.
Okay, so that's a success medicine then, right?
I just gotta say, there's another medicine out there, and I don't know what it is, but it's what they use for my back surgery, well, my back procedures when I get them every once in a while. They say that I am completely awake and aware of what's going on because they have to be because they're messing with my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no memory of it whatsoever when I wake up. So
That's
there's
the
no,
same thing.
well, there's no difference between when I go to sleep and when I wake up, except that with this other stuff, I am apparently aware and awake the entire time.
Yeah,
It
that's
sounds like pentothal. It's not like the stuff they use. The truth serum does that. Lets you stay awake. But
Okay,
you're not.
one thing we cannot do to him, if you're going to keep John safe, is to put him in that deep sleep. Apparently, he said he had a safe place to be for when he rests. When he's not reaching out, he can rest in that safe place. We've got to be able to make sure that we don't drive him down so deep that he ends up with the screaming and the thrashing. He apparently experienced something. So, John, what happened?
Yeah.
I saw him again. He dug his hands into my skull. He reached in and pulled out half my brain and said, "I only need a half," and laughed and walked away.
Who? Who
Actually,
did it? You know who did it.
Anybody else hungry?
yeah, you. Remember? You're hungry for brains.
Stay away from me,
Lamb
laughter.
brains, of course. Lamb brains. I didn't say human brains. Lamb brains. There's a difference. One's not human.
John. Okay.
His name,
Who did this to you?
his father.
Grandfather.
Do I know it's his dad?
Three times older.
No.
3 times over grandfather. Yes. You're
Great,
you know
great.
the name, you know the
Great,
name
okay.
Desmond.
Great great grandfather.
Desmond.
Desmond Laughter.
He wants.
He was one of the ones that was listed and recorded in the
The documents you guys got a chance to
in
see
the
last
documents we got on the
week. Laughter family.
on the Laughter family and the abortive or the rather tragic death of a lot of settlers that were sent over the mountain in the wintertime. A
Yes.
sudden early winter blizzard caught them all. And yes, they did resort to cannibalism.
Mm.
Aye, they did.
So,
Now-
Yeah, there
I
he
don't
is.
know if what he's experienced is knowing that fact and reading into it a story, or was it an actual touching of that period of time? If so, there might be that both of them have been touched by a Wendigo.
That is a very scary thought.
There's
Uh,
one way to find out. Lassiter, I need your help.
Lassiter is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Grayson, I need your help.
Why was Lassiter not here?
You're
He's gonna go over to Grayson and take him gently by the elbow and bring him over next to the bed and wave his fingers in front of John's face to see if he gets hungry.
In front of John's face.
Yeah.
I'm the one that got eaten.
Ah, is it tempting for you?
No.
Have you been touched by the Wendigo, eh? You're hungry. His fingers look delicious.
I
A
pick
little
up.
delectable, like chicken fingers.
I pick
I
up.
am
Anybody
now-
else hungry?
Okay,
I-
stop for a
I am
second.
now trying to get free of Lassiter's grasp, assuming that he's gonna
Can I
get
say
so
something? All right.
hungry that he's gonna bite me. So
All right. So I pick up a doll, like it just comes out of nowhere, and I was like, "This
Yeah.
is where he touched me," and I point at the top of his head.
A doll from nowhere?
He's joking. He's joking.
Yeah.
Okay. Just point to your own head.
I was
So
like,
we-
no, I didn't. I'm
He
not
can't.
hungry."
He's tied up.
Oh,
Yeah. I try to point to my head while bind to the thing, and I use my fingers.
he's got some fingers.
over there. Yeah, is this amusing to you, Professor?
No, it's not
No.
amusing.
It's a little bit amusing.
Congressman, what should we do?
He's looking through papers at this moment.
True. And I
Oh, and
also
then the corporal comes walking back in.
asked you a question,
Corporal Sergeant,
Yeah. John.
General.
You asked John a question?
You, the GM.
I know, and I sent you the answer.
Oh,
Oh, I sent it to the wrong person.
Who
I
do you
was
send
wondering.
to?
I'm like,
He sent it to me. He sent it to me by accident.
Yeah.
Alright.
You guys both chatted me privately, and it responded arbitrarily to the wrong one. So just
No
a
worries.
second. That's funny.
Copy and paste.
No, it's really funny that I can send it to John, in particular. You're welcome.
now, oh my God. So that was a literal statement,
Yes.
not a big.
Exactly.
I stood.
did we break the congressman? Is that what happened here?
It's still
Now
on
you
that
know.
one thing.
Oh,
Now we know where the phrase came from. See?
ooh, that's not good. Okay.
I want in on this joke.
Me too.
Okay. So the question was John's vision about somebody's brain being eaten and somebody saying, I must only have half. He says, does that information relay or match up with anything in the reports? I said, yes. In the medical reports from the time, it is said that Rutherford Aldine was found half out of his mind. He never fully recovered.
Oh, geez. Okay. So
So he was alive with half a brain.
Exactly.
Yo.
Which is possible.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
Yes, you guys ever heard of Richard the chicken?
Oh, there's also a human that has half of his brain because of cancer.
There was a chicken that the guy actually tried to kill. He used an axe and tried to chop the chicken's head off, and he missed.
Oh yeah, and then he just fed chestnuts on it
Yep.
over his head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember. That's funny. That was horrible, but it's,
Took him to the P.T. Barnum Circus and stuff.
Yeah.
I know I'm not a scientist, but how soon after Major Laughter, how close did Major Laughter have to get before John stopped and calmed down? I mean, I'm looking for a
Line of
distance.
sight. He had to see him. As soon as he saw Laughter, the mania stopped.
Okay. Do I think that laughter is mentally sound enough to be able to continue?
Who, laughter?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's licking his fingers rather enthusiastically after eating the barbecued ribs.
I am licking fingers. I don't know if they're mine.
At this point, they're.
Ah,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's licking Grayson's
But
fingers.
it is kind of disturbing because he literally ate the marrow out of the short rib.
That's not fair. Meryl's good.
Ambassador slowly puts his hand on his pistol.
All right.
Congressman, we're treading in uncharted territory. I can't tell you about his mental sanity. I don't even think that it would register on most tests.
I think we should.
It's something we have to watch, observe, and
You're using the pronoun him. Would you clarify which him you're speaking of, Victoria? Because I don't think it's the same one.
Major
that Roth
him.
has in his mind.
Major him.
Major him and
Major.
John
Major
him.
him, pointing at the guy eating the barbecued rib.
What?
All right.
Can I
And
have
then
barbecue rib?
I'm not sure
This-
about the
okay.
other one without the major.
Just a second. Think of the visuals here. We're in a room where you've tied down the person who has been passive the whole time, who's only been dreaming, been having visions. But the person that actually actively bit somebody is sitting in the room with you, chewing on a bone. Just sit and think about that for just a second.
Let me also remind you.
How much this really has shown how far down this MK Omega project has gone. That you've
Well,
it's awesome.
But he also.
You're welcome,
grabbed
John.
him
You're
off his
welcome.
hand.
Let's get John up and active and watch the major.
that's what I've been.
But we tied
On
the
one
major to the
condition.
bed.
How about you don't let him go inviting stuff into the room, and they won't go fucking with my head.
That's fair.
That's true too. John?
I say that's fair.
Okay.
So I will.
No more experiments on your own. They'll have to be under controlled conditions. They'll
But-
have to be under controlled conditions.
Yeah. So
Other people need to be there because you're not only risking your life,
Technically, I
you're
did try to
risking
make sure someone was
Laughter's
there.
life as well, or at least his sanity.
so I'm gonna slowly I just look around. Do you guys want me to untie him or?
Yes.
So
Out
I-
of character. I kind of want to, like, when he reaches for me, I want to, like, bite at him for a second, but that's out of character.
Oh, actually, okay. So the way I can see that is as he's unfastening you, you say, I really have this urge to bite you, but no, I'm just kidding. That way, it's done faster. Because if you actually
Yeah.
did chew at him, you would be backstrapped in 2 seconds. They wouldn't even bother.
And pump full
Yeah.
of Thorazine.
Yeah.
That's why I say out of character.
So I'm gonna untie him and
Okay. So you undo his restraints.
Victoria will offer him a hand to sit up.
Thank
Sorry about that, but we don't know what happened, and you were acting rather strangely after the event.
I just met my
Oh,
great grandfather and his.
You know, in meta, I'm kind of wondering what happened to that lady that came into the office at the end of the last episode, but I'm sure she's fine.
Dead. She's dead. She got.
Yeah, be on the lookout for a reporter that's
there
loose
is
here.
there is now a reporter from the Weekly World News running around on the base.
No, she
There is?
got taken to the cells until further.
No,
notice.
not the cells. They just put her in a guarded room and make sure she has meals and a run of a
Yes,
cafeteria.
Elizabeth Michelle joined us last week for an episode, and so she played the intrepid reporter who was here to try to gather information for the newspaper. She
And John-
actually came with the theory of getting to speak with you, but you had flown back to Washington, so they kept her on the base during lockdown. But because they were so busy with that's an even better picture of Lassiter's face. That's awesome. That look in his eyes. Hello.
Yep.
What do you mean, you people?
Wow.
Okay.
That's the
Yes.
exact expression on his face right now of why is he tied up and this guy's still eating short ribs?
Okay. I'm going to make sure the reporter never leaves the base. is comfortable, is fed in case the player comes back. Just leaving it there.
Yeah, we'll just say she's in prison right now for
No.
espionage.
No.
Prison.
What was her reporting name?
He was reporting on
Trini. What was her last name? Trini.
Hutchinson.
That's right.
Yes.
Trini Hutchinson. I use my grandmother's name, Van Voorst.
Bratwurst.
Nice.
I have a detailed put on her.
Yeah, they actually had escorted her to the ladies' room, and after a good 12 minutes, they realized something might be up, and they went and looked, and the rear window was open. And
Okay, I'll let the. I think it would probably be the CIA that would handle it.
so the congressman had an aide comes in, hands the congressman a piece of paper. Congressman, kind of startled, looks at all of you rapidly because of what you just told him. Then he looks back to the aide and whispers something to him. The aide then leaves the room.
Victoria looks at the congressman.
Yeah, Grayson is also.
They're all looking at you now, Congressman.
Well, I think the first thing we need to do is to ensure that John and Major Laughter stay in the same area and are with each other to protect John's sanity. Apparently, Major Laughter had some kind of calming effect.
You're having trouble keeping a straight face, right, Congressman?
No, sorry, just John's picture, but sorry.
Sorry, it's a cool
Exactly,
picture.
that's
I
the
know.
eyes that are looking at you.
But I think that's something we need to.
Oops, I think he had
Congressman is
enough.
frozen.
Congress.
That's all well and good, but let's get to moving on this. What's our action plan?
We.
Who are we sacrificing to what to get this shite done with?
His hands are moving. That's strange.
I'm not sure we're sacrificing anyone. Oh, hold on.
You're on. We can hear you now.
Okay.
You were
Yeah.
stalled for a moment.
Okay, yeah, I'm having internet issues. I think everybody is.
No, just you.
It's only you.
But I think we need to keep Laughter and John together, and then we need to have Lassiter guard them both in case of.
I think you better have more than one guard.
One man can.
I can handle it. God damn.
Lassiter could handle it. We have to have both hands on the gun. Sit still. Don't move.
Do not eat that person.
Major,
Or give me a shotgun.
you didn't keep it controlled.
Only when he opened his mind to the great beyond.
Yes, but
Lies.
you didn't control yourself with that mind open.
Aye, because I was being attacked at all sides in me brain hole.
That's no excuse.
In his defense, John did send. I think he sent Trini to go tell the major to come to his room because he was going to be doing this thought experiment.
Yes, that's right.
And
He did.
somebody, and Trini, because she was in awe of his rank and was also trying to milk him for information, let him go to the cafeteria instead. And so, as John was going under, hoping to have Laughter there to be part of the process, he was derailed and sent to the kitchen where he decided to eat Lassiter.
I decided to eat nothing.
Hey,
Look,
You
Oh,
apparently were
I am
over-
playing it up right now for fun and giggles. That was all John on that one. Just saying.
so
Yeah, that's fair.
John.
I got no role to defend against it, and that's okay.
so
You could try
you've been having a
strength
good
of
time with
will.
it, though, so I haven't.
Oh yeah, I'm fully I trust my DM. Oh, Nimros, I love you too.
Oh, is the Roomba going again?
Yep.
It's always
He
the same
has
time of
a
day.
what? A 90-pound white German Shepherd. That when the Roomba starts to roll, the dog
95.
95. It wears him.
Leaps up on his chest.
Oh my god.
It'll be
Yes.
fun, but
And you can hear him talking because he has hardly any breath to speak with.
That's not fair. She just loves me very much.
When the Roomba is going, Father, save me.
I'm okay. I'm still kind of flabbergasted
Picture.
a little,
I want to see her.
bit as to how a 95. That's a small.
Trust me, that puppy, that dog can leap.
Yeah.
It leaps.
She leapt onto the table where we were playing War of the Ring and didn't disturb any of the pieces.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
a solid table. I have a
That's good
table
board
like
game,
that.
too.
An oak table has an inch and a half
Say that
top.
again.
It's a good board game. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. Yes, we have found ways to break it both directions, each in turn. He pulled a fast one and took me out as the bad guys in like turn 4 one time, and the other time I basically was able to keep almost all the orcs off the board for like 3 or 4 turns in a row by just strategies and such in that game. I like the fact there's so much openness in it.
I love that game. So,
I
yeah.
really wish Tabletop Simulator worked better for board games because now I'm getting the itch to do a board game. Ugh.
Well, you just
Yeah.
If you just need one person that knows how to do it, and if everyone else doesn't know, then you can.
Have that one person do it.
it sounds
Yeah.
sounds like Travis is volunteering to do it for us for diplomacy. Yeah, we'll play the diplomacy version. There we go.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Have 7 of us. That would be enough.
Yeah, I'm down for Lord of the War of the Ring. Yeah.
No, I was groaning about the diplomacy.
So is Laughter's point. He's
Yep.
He's not fond of that one either.
Anyways,
Alrighty. So you decided they're going to stay together, and what are the project steps?
We
now?
need to focus on finding some way of observing these creatures and the phenomena, and have a
phenomena.
and have
Dun, 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 dun.
We need to,
That-
no, Congressman. Sorry.
It might be that John can go under without being in the tank. And if he can, then we'll have a much better chance of finding.
You want me to go back under?
No, not in
No.
a tank. I
Well,
like
you said, I'm saying you want me to go back under with
under a controlled
intentionally for me to
situation
talk to
where
the
we
person?
have an enclosed space that these things can't get out of. So
Can I
that-
roll for a knockout and the spirit take over for a few seconds to smack her? I mean, I have control. You just don't know it.
You're going to open your mind to it again.
Zoom control.
No. I wanted to I was trying to okay. So when she said to go under, I was thinking, can I roll that the monster takes over and starts talking?
What monster are you talking about? So far, you've been the victim.
No, the monster, the other thing, the being from the other side.
You mean you want to draw it in here?
Okay, I was trying to make a joke, but
Yeah,
it just didn't
sorry.
go through. It's okay.
Assuming control.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I can tell you
took
got
a
leaped
bath.
on again.
I did.
Yes, that is the
Can
sound.
you hear the changes of his voice?
Right.
I thought he was just getting excited about the adventure.
Oh yeah. So.
You're the one who builds these agendas. What is the agenda for today's scientific experimentation? You do have a schedule.
No. You're not getting all legs up here. No.
Did we ever figure out anything else about the thing, the thing that I got in the bag?
Just that it's not from here and that it's silicon based.
Yeah.
So, we were talking about going to the site where his
Right.
grandfather.
No.
Right.
And that's what we were talking about. So,
Can you see?
Oh, it's a baby.
Okay, wait a minute.
oh my God, that's a huge dog.
And
Yeah.
he's a huge guy.
It's gritty.
He's a baby.
I want to see a face.
Oh, it's a baby.
Augie.
I want to
That's
hug
a
the
cute
baby.
dog. That's a cute dog. Oh God.
Now I can see why you run out of.
Oh my God.
Yay! Oh,
She's
I
trying to
love
climb up with her other legs.
Come on, doggy. Get on there. You can do it. Come on. Come on.
Do it.
Hey,
Probably knows it's not supposed to.
Oh, of course he knows he's not supposed to. He's still doing it because he loves him.
She.
She loves him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Have we exhausted all,
Puppy love.
have we exhausted all of the different options
No,
of
you were
research
you
on
were
the
you were
family?
actually considering going to Mount Hood to the site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have we exhausted all of the family?
Interconnections. Well,
Yeah.
you just have found that the Slaughter Aldine families have run across each other each time
Generation?
each about 40 years. So right
Yes.
at the generational mark, and they have an incident
Yeah.
at least in common. And
So-
and in every case, Aldine has been the aggressor who gets arrested and thought of as the villain, and Laughter keeps getting promoted and elevated by the government.
One of them.
Okay, so John is part of that lineage.
That is
Right.
correct.
And he's descended from Desmond Laughter, and he's descended from his.
Rutherford Aldine.
I also, this isn't meta, but I also apparently have the spirit of Salvata in me as well. Because that's why I'm able to calm the shit down. And whenever the thing talks to me, it says Salvata returns.
Oh, and the general,
Get down.
the relational
Even though it's causing
between these two families actually goes back beyond the 1860s.
Okay, but was Rutherford was his son born before or after this incident?
Oh, before.
Okay, so just piecing a couple of things together.
Sure.
Laughter, because he comes from the cannibalistic genealogy, has in some way, without having the medication, is able to attenuate himself to this thing or this environment. But John could not until all of the drugs and whatnot. But it's still like the cannibalism and connection is still genetic.
No, okay. So Laughter's manifestation of cannibalism only started when John bridged
Was
that
put on
gap
her.
without medication. In the previous conditions, there's never been any evidence that Laughter was directly complicit in anything. It's always been Aldine that gets blamed.
Okay, so Laughter is becoming a cannibal.
No, he had one cannibalistic incident. It was kind of the combination of
What?
two circumstances happening together.
One was he was at lunch, and the other thing was John.
Ran into the
Open-
room by himself and tried to open up the doorways to the devil.
He intended
so to
for,
speak.
he intended for Laughter to be there so the two of them would face this together. But that message has never been given to Laughter. Instead, John called for him and has assumed that Laughter is ignoring him. Laughter didn't even know about the bite until just now.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out if the cannibalistic instinct is a genetic memory, or
No.
if it has some kind of, I don't know, maybe there's, I mean, if we take pieces of flesh from John, would it do anything for anybody?
What
Like,
the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. I'm going off of,
Are you gonna cut me and say, "Hey, I'm just gonna take a little bit of you, and then you're gonna put it on the cannibal's tongue, and see
That
what
would be
happens.
too
See if he turns into a
dramatic.
demon and starts eating everyone else.
I'm totally getting. This is a great campaign from my standpoint.
John's not even having to do
I'm
anything
not doing-
anymore.
You guys are just going.
Well,
I do
gonna
think
go
we.
find
I
an
do
axe
think
and
we
chop
have.
you up.
I am so proud of the insanity that I have wrought this session.
Wait a moment.
With
I
some
do
well-timed
think that
jokes.
we need to have both John and Lassiter together.
So he can eat me.
No.
Sorry, that's what the senator
Oh,
said.
man.
No. The senator is suggesting that there is some
That he
sort
eats
of
me.
genetic marker.
You mean he can just have a taste of my blood then?
How about the word a genetic memory?
How about you put?
You know, we haven't tried going to sleep together.
Oh yeah.
At the same time,
You would like that, wouldn't you?
put them both inside the isolation chambers. There are 2 of them.
I
No,
don't.
I
But do
thought
we
you-
need the isolation chamber?
No. That's a good idea.
That's a
don't-
bad idea.
I don't think we need the isolation chambers. Every time we go in there, they try to kill us.
No, not the isolation chamber, but why don't we take a larger room, set up monitors, cameras,
Well, we have
Bunk
the
beds.
monitor.
There can be bunk beds.
and then we all sleep in the same room under heavy sedation and see what happens.
Yeah.
Everyone meeting the 2 of you. But he
No.
notices-
No, everyone meaning
He wants to see it too.
everybody here,
So,
Grayson.
but they're not connected. They're just gonna go to sleep.
I think by the Native American rights that I'm familiar with, we should pass around the peace pipe while we all sit around in a circle.
Shit,
Well,
yeah, let's do that.
we're talking
I know.
about-
I know. Corporal Lassiter
Yeah.
has a peace pipe in his room.
And
Oh,
a cigar in his lips right now.
In Islander cultures, when you take somebody's blood, you take their power. So that's
Yep.
Oh, it's when you take a picture, you take their soul.
so if we were to in some way ingest either laughters or blood transfusion,
Wow. You can see what happened to why Ultra was canceled, because if it ever went this far,
Okay.
holy crap.
Well,
Great.
we're on the cutting edge, and so we need to press forward.
Right, the literal cutting edge as he takes out a knife.
No.
Borrows Grayson's pocket knife again.
No.
Just a moment.
You know what?
I
No.
think we need to start it on a more limited basis. We know the connection is between Lassiter and John. I'd like to explore that connection
So you're
first.
saying I should eat laughter? That's what you're telling me.
I would like Grayson in the room to provide protective.
Well,
Magic.
Grayson's not the one that's gonna get eaten.
We need a are you not even scientists? You need a control first. So
We have-
no medications, no nothing. We
She's a
both
woman, of course
go to
she's not a
sleep
scientist.
together, and then we change the variables from there.
Yes.
Sounds good.
So we can't have the protection in, otherwise it might not work at all.
That's
So
fine.
He'll be ready in case.
yeah.
I'm not doing anything.
Great.
Okay, but we have released John, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not in my boundaries yet.
Okay,
Again.
we have as we are talking here, we are going to the cafeteria because he hasn't eaten,
True.
and I'm sure he's probably very hungry. And the
Yeah, I
senator,
just been terrified.
I'm not very hungry.
Eating. Oh
You've
well,
been
maybe
eating
that's a
all
good thing.
morning.
It's been nibbling all day.
Pretty sure your uniform won't fit.
and
Wow.
Is that bone human or pig?
It's
I
big.
can neither confirm nor deny your suspicions.
Where's Sergeant?
Laughter, cut it out.
Okay.
Doesn't
Yeah.
help.
Wait, what was that guy's name that Jane was keep on calling?
Lassiter.
He's
Lassiter. Oh, Lassiter. There you go.
Corporal
Is Lassiter
Lassiter.
around here? Lassiter.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
great. Okay.
Okay, so
Let
you're
us
you're in
adjourn
ca-
to
you're
the
in
cafeteria like the congressman has suggested.
Yes.
Then we will take our lunches, go somewhere else, and talk.
Sure. You
Yeah.
know what the steps are on the plan.
Go to
So Grayson is gonna be like there as a kind of protector slash. He's gonna go into his shaman mode because I've gotta get.
Is this
ready-
before or after lunch?
This is at
Yeah. Well,
Oh, he's got to go to his game at 3.
yeah, I gotta.
Just remember that when you guys all say goodbye to him, you can give him a hug around the shoulders, but please don't squeeze the shaman.
Oh, you were waiting for
Oh.
that one.
For all day.
I think he was. So
I don't get it.
I think
Please
There
don't
used to be-
squeeze the
We
Charmin.
now know what Grayson's last name is. His last name must be Whipple.
Whipple.
Yes, because Mr.
Arnold
Whipple,
Whipple.
Mr. Whipple was the guy that was the store
Always
owner that
trying
didn't like people
to
squeezing
Charmin.
the Charmin. 'Cause it
Oh,
was so soft. So your name
Grayson?
is Grayson Whipple.
okay. So assuming I survive the night, I will see you guys all next week.
All right.
Oh, so actually the reality is he says, I can't do this magic from here. I have to go back and I've got to get the peace pipes and everything for the big ritual we'll do next week. But for now, peace be with you.
All right, Grayson. Aren't we
Bring the
good?
mushrooms. Bring everything that you can think of that might help us in this experience.
Aren't you with the
Actually,
Friday
as,
group?
as Lassiter walks in, Laughter
Yeah.
is saying, yeah, let's
I'll
bring
see
on
you
the
then.
mushrooms. So he's already thinking of the appetizer to go with another bite out of Lassiter.
Aye, sauteed. Fava beans.
Is that all you can think about? Is just my arm?
No, I think that's all you can think about. I'm not even talking about you.
Go back. It'll be.
I'm sorry, Corporal. Unfortunately or fortunately, there is a mixture of both kind of sick humor and actual words that come from Major Laughter.
For the second time in the same day, an aide comes in, hands a piece of paper to the congressman. In this case, the congressman says, "I'll see you guys in the control room. I'll be right back," and gets up and leaves.
So we go get lunch, because we can do that
Yep.
and be done with that. And
Talk and get to know each other.
Yeah. So for some
flirt.
reason, the kitchen has taken all meat recipes off the menu for today. I don't know why that would be.
Come on. I didn't even get any
Thank
ribs.
God.
they ran out of ribs, so
We were out of.
Wonder why, Laughter?
There's a stack of bones next to his chair, as tall as his chair.
there may or may not be a skull hidden in there somewhere, but, you know.
It's
Do you
small
have
and you
lasagna
can't
at
see it.
least? I can go for some lasagna.
Lasagna.
Sure, zucchini.
She
lasagna.
picks out fresh
Well, a bunch of
vegetables and makes
cheese.
a salad.
Okay.
She demands a salad if they don't have it.
Oh, they would.
None of this
Iceberg lettuce.
great big pans of unidentifiable vegetables that are steamed beyond belief.
Well, while I'm here, I might as well. And he's gonna eat some neon green jellos.
Nice.
Now that
Oh,
lunch is over, let's do something.
What do you want to do?
Well, the congressman's already got the room set up for the two of you to be set up for the sleep experimentation for tonight. Anything that you want to do in preparation of that? Like,
Yeah, let's go. Let's do this.
Lassiter's going to go into his room. He's going to open up his locker where he has a box that's full of memorabilia from his father and grandfather. And in it, he's going to... let's see, what would he have? What might he have that was his grandfather's?
pocket watch on a chain.
Nah, he was never one to give much shit about time.
What about a compass?
Nah, he always knew where he was going.
A shrunken head?
No.
How about some brass knuckles? He had some brass knuckles from the First War.
Okay, one of those. The brass knuckles are one of those punch knife things that has the knuckles built in.
It would more likely be the one with the knife built in, but for this, I'll just have the knuckles.
Okay.
the knife part's broken off.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
whisper
sure.
into Laughter's ear for a second.
What are you doing in my room?
Oh wait.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, he came in your room. Go ahead.
Okay. When you're under, just remember that, like, your brain has the power, and I shot it last time, and it scared it. So maybe if you have something that, like, if
I
you.
already told you that was because I pulled you out just at that moment.
Well, I'm just giving you a solution, and just maybe.
Just, how about you actually put up some defenses and don't invite it in through the open door?
Fine, I will do that. No. All right.
Good, you better do that. Ah,
Wow.
No.
gosh!
I'm like.
A
Oh,
page
wait,
for-
give me a second.
in this psychodrama, all of a sudden
Oh
we
my
have
God.
the scene of yeah,
Oh,
exactly. All of a sudden we have a melodrama from the soap opera right there in the middle of all this. That's pretty funny.
You
I just
slept with
Lassiter just
Antonio!
walked by. Lassiter walks by, starts shaking his head, just like, oh, jeez.
I feel like Lassiter's the real danger in all this. He's just everywhere all the time.
With his gun.
Yep.
Hey.
So he takes the
security.
broken trench knife, brass knuckles, and he puts it on so that he feels like his grandfather's with him, and then goes to the room.
The sleep chamber. And I can
Yep.
imagine Professor Van Vorst is in the white robe with the clipboard.
This time, I'm gonna go to my room and grab something,
Sure.
and I'll put him. I'm gonna put it in my pocket,
What's that?
and then
What are you getting?
I'll message you it.
Well, no, I was gonna do the same thing in reverse. That after you're seen in Laughter's room, Laughter's gonna walk in on you and see what you're grabbing as well. So it's only fair.
Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna grab
so,
my.
And so it's literally, oh yeah, well you said this last time, and so I wanted. What is it you're grabbing?
I'm grabbing my
Your Derringer?
Derringer.
The
Derringer.
You
Yeah,
love that word.
make sure it's loaded.
Almost as good as Cthulhu. Derringer and Cthulhu. Okay, we know those words are good for you.
Do you know where the safety is on that thing?
Yeah.
No.
My finger not on the trigger.
Yeah, exactly. Finger's not on the trigger. Well said.
Great. Okay. He goes and lays down, fluffs his pillow.
Have you ever thought of? Oh, what? Never mind. She didn't see it.
No, you didn't see.
A silver bullet and a silver dagger.
I don't have any silver bullets. Those are expensive. And I didn't think we were gonna
Just
fight any.
thinking. Just thinking.
Anyways.
All right.
My grandfather used to have a claymore that had some silver inlay in it,
Ooh.
but that was lost a long time ago.
Because he used it?
Aye, he used it all through the First World War. And possibly into the Second.
Yeah, he's thinking of Claymore a different way than you're thinking of Claymore. He's thinking of a silver-lined landmine.
Yeah, that's not what I'm thinking about.
I know, but that's when you said
Silver
Claymore.
line sword.
Yeah, when you say Claymore, that's what anybody in para-modern times would know because they called him that after World War II.
Then he also had his legendary rifle, his big, not a rifle, it was a big machine gun, and named it Gunther.
So it was named Tommy.
No, Gunther. It was Tommy's big grandfather, that thing. Big barrel cartridge on it. Could have
The one that
put
you
it
have to,
on an armored car.
Oh, yeah, okay. Is this the one you turn? Like, with a crank?
No, it's
No.
not. It's
That's
not
the Gatling gun.
so that's actually an American build, but the German one, there's a Mauser.
I think it was MG 40 something.
Yep.
MG42.
Yeah.
Mauser, yep.
Excellent.
It was the beginning of trench warfare because that gun could pin you down. You'd have to dig a trench to get to your enemy.
Oh, that's an MG08.
Yeah. Exactly. See.
One of those.
I'm
name
a
was
history
Gunther.
buff.
So now we know why Lassiter is here because he's actually the military history guy.
That's me.
He was underplayed when he got hired the whole time he's been going, you guys are getting this all wrong. Get the actual military history. The U.S. was moving secret forces through the pass in the 1800s under the Treasury Act.
Okay, so that means that Laster actually might know about what
Weapon?
both of those two,
Yes.
their fathers were. Okay.
Yes. So it's like, yeah. So
So just before we go to sleep, that's what we hear.
Yeah, that's cool. He's a
Never
spy
asked
for
me.
the-
He's that one guy on the side of all the Monty Python sketches.
Neil Innes was his name.
Okay, so we're going to do this experiment, and Grayson is gone, correct?
Grayson is gone to do his enchanting, but this is also when Lassiter reveals that he actually is a military history buff.
Okay.
Aye, but how buff is he?
Buffer than you? Oh,
Bullshit.
And I can just see the
I mean, he
two-
did take his right on my arm.
yeah, exactly. I can just see Aldine and Laughter laying in their beds yelling at each other. Oh yeah, you are. I know you are, but what am I?
Can I get a damn bit of warm milk with some whiskey in it?
We'll
oh, you want a White Russian? Sorry.
No, none of that red shite. I want green milk with the whiskey in it.
He wants an Irish car bomb.
How about an Irish coffee? That's better.
Hey, careful. Don't talk about them Irish car bombs. I know how to make them.
Oh, I bet you do.
Wow.
I may or may not have been in the IRA for a time.
Trying to think exactly how do we. Okay, so we have them about to go under for another experiment, correct?
But
Well,
this-
Yes.
Yeah, but in a more natural way.
Okay.
Or controlled.
Coming
Yeah,
over
so to put it a more natural way, laughter. Now I did it
no,
once.
you did it. That's funny. You even did it on yourself. That's good.
Laughter's going. It was because I was looking at his picture while I said it.
His eyes will get you every
he's-
time.
I know. He's gonna take out his brass shillelagh, and it's time for the natural sleep, and walk slowly over towards John.
Yeah, no, they don't see you stand up. Nice.
I'm just
Yeah, I know.
no. We need the big wooden mallets.
The hyperdimensional mallet.
Yeah.
Well, I can imagine Victoria Van Vorst deciding what you really need is some sleep music. She puts on Eine Kleine Nacht music while you're sleeping there.
It's not good. No.
No, I just mean the scratchy old, like the 78 record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm back on. My car is ready.
Yay!
Are you sure
Only-
this time?
Yeah, it's only taken, 5 weeks?
Yep.
You should double check and make sure they didn't mess up.
Oh, let me tell you, they had better not have messed up.
Excuse me.
All right.
So Sam goes to sleep. It's time for some major splatter.
Aldine goes to sleep. Both of you roll percentage dice for me. Don't shout it out. Just roll them. And when I say 3, 2, 1, both of you say the number at the same time. Because if they're the same, we're really in trouble.
Give me a second.
John, are you ready?
Nope. Not yet. I can't even fucking roll a dice. Okay, I'm ready. Sorry.
3, 2, 1.
73.
22.
Okay, good. Whew. I was going to say, if we both rolled exactly the same number, wouldn't that have been freaky? That would have been.
Okay.
That would have
needs
been
to be a-
awesome.
Wait, John.
Rule.
You think of your favorite number. Okay, are you ready? It's between 1 and 100. What's your favorite number? You ready? You're gonna say it on 1, 2, 3. You ready?
1, 2.
369.
Oh.
No one's
Oh,
seen.
you're talking to me.
Yeah, what the hell?
Wow. Yeah, this is not working. The two of you are actually counting sheep. It's like 78-42. 78-42. They fall asleep without any.
Have
real-
you not seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? God
No.
damn almighty.
Oh my god.
I'll look it up, okay? I'll look it up.
What?
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Knew it. Just text it to me. I already forgot.
Oh, you're no. Okay, we're asleep.
Yeah, okay. So they're sleeping away. Van Vorst, you notice that they're.
Do we have them hooked up so we know if they're in REM sleep?
You've got the EEGs on their foreheads, yes.
Okay.
Are we holding hands?
No.
No,
No.
you're in separate beds.
I was making jokes.
Hmm.
That would be a good experiment.
We need a control.
Yeah, this is a control one.
So their biorhythms are dissociated, but this is actually one of those weird snippets of actual fact. Is when you put people in a room and have them go to sleep together, they will eventually fall into a sleep pattern rhythm where their breathing is parallel. So even though it was not intentional, nonetheless the two of them's rhythms begin to align. And
Especially when there's beeping machines in the room.
that's because your brain's going, I finally made it through med school. Somehow I made it through. Sorry.
Oh
By
god.
burning down the school.
A gun comes out of nowhere, shoots the radio.
No, no
See,
Madonna.
I told you Ina Klein and Knox Mutant music was a better choice.
No, my God.
Better than that.
Anyway, Van Vorst, make a percentage dice roll, please.
Okay. Now I have to put my glasses on so I can read.
Of course you do, Van Vorst. You have to have glasses, because otherwise we know that you're Wonder Woman.
It's around age 100.
29.
29. Yeah, you notice that Major Laughter's cycle is actually falling into parallel with John's, but lagging by about 8 seconds, 9 seconds.
10 seconds.
Okay.
11 seconds.
No, 8. Go back. Okay. I note it.
Okay,
I noted that
John,
one and a
roll
half.
percentage dice. Let's see whether you have an episode tonight.
Damn it. 54.
Samuel?
71.
71. Yep, you're gonna get your good old control because for the whole of the night, nothing weird happens. Nothing at all.
Well, that was kind of boring.
Yeah, wasn't it though?
So now we do it without me in the room.
Hang on, I hear my phone ringing. I better go see if it's my car. Just a second.
Yeah, my car is ready too.
I wish my car could call me. Hey, guys, in meta real quick.
Yeah.
We can get a lot more done if we don't nitpick all the details. So let's try to get like a good couple of tests done in a little bit of a fast forward mode here. Then we can talk about the different results.
No, I don't mind.
Unless something bad happens, of course.
That sounds good.
Sorry.
I just see old
stepped
man's
on
ass
you.
right now. in front of
So,
me.
so for this next test, where's the major going to be at? 'Cause he's not going to be in the room.
In the next room.
Okay.
But
Sleep.
out of visual sight. But ready to jump in and punch him in the face with his brass knuckles.
Wait,
wake
I
him
thought
up.
you were going to be asleep too.
No. We were asleep the first time. Nothing happened because I was in
Yeah,
the
but
same
we
room.
were in the same room. I'm saying, like, shouldn't it be we take one that's not in the same room?
Yeah, but I'm the one that can shut off your dreams if you have one again.
No, you're the one that was willing to fucking save me versus all of them just watching and sorry.
We don't have an extrasensory perception about your condition.
No, you can see me in peril.
No, you were inside a box.
It's
No,
okay.
but you also
It's
had
okay,
the
John.
reading.
I remember that you're a human being. It's okay. They're scientists. They don't do that.
That's fine.
Yeah, they just want to watch me beep and die. Unless it gives them a damn reward.
If you're dead, we have no more control. No more chance of figuring this thing out.
No, you still have one more.
No, it's taken the two of you.
Steven, you were always the guinea pig so that they could test out any chemicals before they used them on me.
I know, man.
Your job was always to facilitate my ascension.
Yep.
Okay,
Got
what
it.
are those words I hear from your voice?
I see the illusion, John. The illusion of him not in his happy place. Oh, there.
All I see is a nightmare. Ah! No, I knew it! John! God,
Yay.
no! 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 John! No! You crawled up out of the ocean!
Of course I did.
John,
Of
no!
course he did.
But the better part is, like, all I see is a nightmare, and then John comes by.
Crawling out of the ocean.
Exactly. I'm oceanic. Yes.
So while you were gone, we solved the mystery.
Good. Okay. So
And,
thank you guys for playing. And
No, we haven't. We decided on the next experiment.
We decided to do a cadre-style experiments run.
Okay. Good. So what are we doing this time?
This time without Lassiter in the room. Ready to move in.
But he's in the adjacent room ready to step in.
We are going to
Ready to-
confirm that my presence in the room can shut off his dreams.
Who's president? I didn't take my advice.
Gotcha. So you're going. So John's theoretically going to go to sleep with Slaughter not in the room.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Then once he starts to dream,
other
then
thing is-
Sam's going to come into the room and
You
try to
put a
shut it off.
microphone right next to John, like in the bed he's sleeping in, so that
They
anything.
were in a container.
I put a microphone right in the room next to John.
So you can get a chance to hear what he's saying in his subconscious state.
Yeah, in case he's actually, really saying it
Audiating.
rather than just thinking it. Okay.
The
All right.
doctor's not really a doctor.
All right. And Congressman, what's your part in this little?
I'm in the observation room.
You're the monitor guy. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
Behind the glass.
Yeah, I'm behind the glass, to be exact.
To be safe.
Behind the
Yeah.
glass, but watching the monitors. Gotcha.
Just
And
making
the
sure he doesn't get bit. or
Corporal
anything.
Lassiter,
Yes, ma'am.
He's with
where are
the
you
gun.
going to be?
He's with the gun outside the room, or are you going to be inside the room with?
No, I'll be outside the room, so there's no actual outside influence. But I'm there, ready just in case something bad happens.
He's watching me because I'm outside the room.
Exactly. Make sure you know
That too.
Yes.
But that means we're alone, Lassiter. There
That
can
means
only
you're
be
in front of
one.
me.
And no camera there.
There can only be one.
Highlander.
I'll come out on top, Laughter. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna cut you, bitch. Okay, no.
Nice. Alrighty, so therefore, since everybody's got a piece of this action, Congressman, your piece of it is pretty easy. You just have to, you're monitoring everything, so yours is at 75%. Victoria, since you are listening to the audio, you're going to need to go 55%. Lassiter, just is your only tangential.
My attempt is.
I didn't say you. I'm talking to Lassiter.
Oh, my bad.
I'll get to Lassiter here in a minute, but see, you did it too, and I didn't even do it this time. You did it again.
I don't even know who's doing it and who isn't anymore. There can only be one.
Lassiter,
There can only be one.
Lassiter, yours is only going to be tangential, so you only need to roll under a 20%. Sorry, tangential. You only have to roll under an 80%. Laughter, 55, and John Aldine, 65.
To be specific, because I'm putting my intent into this.
Uh-huh.
My intent is that if and when he starts to have a dream or vision, I want to control shutting it off. I want to gain active, somewhat control about being able to stop his.
So you basically pick up a couple of the great words of Grayson's piece. Let's give peace a chance, chant or whatever. So therefore, you're trying to utilize something.
Sure.
Like that. Sure. Okay.
And I would like to, when I'm going under, I would like to envision a, those prison windows where like it's one side you can't get in, and like
so you're building yourself a secondary defense. You're doing the Johnny Mnemonic hacking your own brain thing, where you're doubling your image by putting yourself in protection behind the scene, so you're not actually in the scene.
Yeah, but I'm putting like everything that's happening is in a box.
I got you.
Under cement.
Sure. Okay. So this time I want you to roll, but then don't shout out your numbers. Instead, send them via message to me privately, so I can do the math.
All right.
The scenes.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Oops. Go back to.
Make sure you click on his name so that it's privated to Jonathan Albin.
Yeah, I know.
Not Jonathan Aldine.
How do I do that?
In the chat box, you put.
Jean's not going to be private. We'll forgive her.
Do you right click his
I don't want
his chat?
No, it's like a drop down box.
Yeah, it says to everyone or to Jonathan Albin.
There's a little arrow. You can push the arrow for.
Well, it'd be easier if you just right click on his camera, his image.
Oh, you can do that too.
And say chat. And it'll go automatically to private.
Yeah.
So right click on John's face.
I like the pipe, John.
Thank you. It's one of the guilty pleasures that I get to appreciate in this format that I can't at the store. So.
Now, are you smoking tobacco?
That's the only thing I ever smoke.
Okay.
Royal Cavendish in particular. I love the aroma. It's a flashback to my childhood memories of my grandfather.
In the Stone Age.
Thank you very much, young man. Punk.
No problem, Boomer.
Swear. Boomer.
Okay, Zoomer.
Boomer. You know, I by mathematics, I come out on the boomer side by 1 year because they go through 63. And it's like, really? 64 is not that different, but you call it a different time. Alrighty.
All right, I barely crossed into the millennial generation.
Yeah.
I'm Gen X.
Yes.
What?
Yes,
Now, what generation am I?
I'm Gen question
Adam
mark.
and Eve?
You're actually
Adam and Eve.
Wow, no, not Adam and Eve. You are boomer.
I'm a boomer?
I'm not a boomer.
Born in the 40s, right?
45.
Yep, that's right. Smack dab. The reason why they're called boomers is that after the war, everybody came home and celebrated with their families and had children.
Damn.
Lots and lots of children.
Okay, no boomer joke.
It was actually the boom. It was exactly what it was called. There's going to be another one. There will be a COVID boom, I promise you.
Oh, no shit.
Only if we can.
Come around about December, you're going to see a whole
You
bunch
know,
of them.
they're finding out that the death rate is like 0.1%.
Yeah, it's not that high.
It's
Well-
no more than influenza.
Well,
It's
The
just,
only
very
problem is
contagious and
we
very
don't have a
dangerous.
vaccine, but we
don't
didn't
know
have a vaccine for
We don't.
NSAID, and we didn't have a vaccine for SARS,
Right.
and we made it through.
Yes, we know, Gene. So, anyways,
Yes, but
did everyone send their
but
number?
we wouldn't have the inception. We wouldn't have the incursion videos if it hadn't happened, guys. So you should be thanking your stars.
That's why I'm asking, not questioning it.
Exactly. Just keep playing.
I just want the COVID to continue.
And even if we go back to regular, probably on Wednesday and Thursday, I'd stay home and use this, and then on Sunday I'd drive in.
Yeah.
It would save me 70 miles a day.
I'm not letting go. I'm gonna play on Zoom forever.
Yeah, just keep showing up here. Why not?
Yep.
Go to the game store to buy shit. Imagine that. Actually going to the game store to buy stuff.
Nah, I got Amazon now.
I miss that. I miss going to game stores.
Where do you live?
I don't. They always stink.
Kansas City.
No, they
Yeah,
don't.
it's always
Game
someone else's
always he
feet.
doesn't stink.
That's because I use.
Have you walked by the bathroom lately?
No, guys. Yeah, but you have to remember, we have the special room at Gameology, and I always keep it with that cinnamon apple.
Yeah.
True.
Unless
thing.
Matt.
But to
takes
get
off
there, I
his
have to
shoes.
walk by the bathrooms. I feel so bad for that RPG table that's right next to the bathrooms.
So do you
That's not
guys
bad.
actually game at the same game shop?
That's how we know each other. Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody in this room, with the exception of yourself and
The
Lassie.
game shop's in Upland, California, which is past Pomona. I live by Disneyland. I drive in 34 miles to go play
And I
there.
live in San Bernardino, and I drive 24 miles to come into
Hey, Gene, there's a game store by where you live that I really want to check out.
Brooker's Hobbies?
No, it's called actually it's called Requiem.
I haven't even heard of it.
Yeah,
I
it's,
know the Dice House in Fullerton.
Yeah, no, the one he's talking about is actually a game place site. It's it's not just for games, but they do like conference and stuff. But it's gamer themed, so it has
It's like a gamer themed
amusement park.
cafe thing. So there is like a bar there, but they have different themed sections of the building. So one is like fantasy themed. They have this gorgeous
Well, if you
RPG
ever come
table.
down here, we'll go over there.
He wants us to go down there and schedule a game and play every week. Is what he'd like to do.
Well, at
I'd
least
totally
at
go for
least
that.
once. We got to do a one shot there one of these
Brooker's
Mondays.
Hobbies has a huge big game room next to them. They bought up the store next to them and have a
I'll send you the pictures of it, Gene. You'll know what I mean when you see it. It's pretty.
You guys
Okay.
totally check this out. I'm totally up for that.
They got drinks that are in potion bottles and whatever, and they got a sci-fi themed area and a.
And thank you for
Yeah.
the commercial.
Do they have a maid
Requiem,
cafe?
sponsor us. Hashtag Nycos DND. There we go. Okay, get us
Yep.
back on chapter.
So did everyone send their numbers?
Sorry.
I
Yeah.
have the numbers. Let's see. Based on the interpretation of the numbers, we have the following is the conditions. John goes into his sleep. It's a fitful sleep. Tosses and turns for a bit. Can't seem to get his mind to settle. It probably has to do with the fact that he was setting up his mental defenses and such. But after he finally does, it's almost like when he hits a wall of exhaustion at about 2 in the morning, he finally drift off into the deeper sleep. Laughter, who has been fairly expectant of what might be going on. His only agitation is taking so long, but you actually, if you will, feel outwards with your mind because you were trying to engage whatever this was and try to like, pre-soothe it or whatever. What you find is that you're visualizing John not laying on the bed but laying on the floor, face down. You do a quick check with the others, and they verify no, he's still in his bed, but you can't shake the idea that you're going to find him on the floor.
Okay, so I'm seeing him face down on the floor.
Right. Professor, as you're watching, you see the 8-foot tall electrically charged image that we described earlier. It's vaguely humanoid, but it's too tall, and it's a grainy, spotty kind of an image as it enters the room. But it doesn't enter the room through the doorway. Instead, it passes through the wall from the area where laughter is known to be.
Okay.
The form approaches, and instead of actively engaging with John, is standing almost with its arms folded. I like the congressman's response.
Did I see this?
I am Cthulhu Foot.
Do I see this thing?
You see this. You see that image, but more importantly than that, you see John, basically, his mouth open, and this kind of hideous-looking worm thing is spreading across his pillow.
Ah.
And you almost reach for the button, but you realize that right about the time as you're about to hit the button, the one of those eye spheres comes out between his lips, and it spreads his mouth disturbingly wide to get out. And it seems like the pseudopods actually are pulling on his chin to make it wide enough for this thing to crawl out of his mouth.
Yummy!
I am the door. My mouth is the door.
You are the gatekeeper.
The congressman goes from a low kind of like almost like a growl to an ever increasing high pitched like 8-year-old girl wail.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, actually with that 3 though, this is exactly what you were hoping for. So it's like, oh, do I interrupt this?
It's an excited 8-year-old girl scream.
No. I think it's probably actually terrified, but I can't stop. It's
right,
like
right.
Yeah.
Not only that, it is kind of that pensive squeal of glee. You know, you're stifling it to keep it from interfering with what's going on.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Meanwhile, Victoria is watching the monitor. She sees the tall thing, and she's actually quite pleased as well with the performance because it's showing that laughter is manifesting something, and it's showing a level of restraint that you didn't expect, Victoria, because it's not immediately assaulting. You thought it would move in and start assaulting him, but it isn't. It's standing over him. And the corporal, however, is disturbed because it's been too quiet. It hasn't been as you expected there to be at least some kind of activity in the room, and this dead silence, followed by that high pitched squeal that it was squelched, has caused you to go into action. And so you're at the door. Of course, it's all choice. So, do you want to enter the room, or are you going to hold back and stay at the door?
Now, when I go up to the door, can I see in and see what all is going in there? Like, is there a window on it?
Is there?
No, but when you get to the door, you can crack it just a bit, and you see.
To help with this, John, sorry if I may,
Sure.
Is there anything visually happening with me? Because he could have been watching me as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. With that high of a number, you're right. So, you also do see that in the case of laughter, he's put his own arm to his mouth and is like biting his wrist. He's like holding his. You know how you get nervous and you go, like he's
right.
But he's actually biting his own wrist, and as he does so, you feel the pain about in the same place on your wrist where he bit you yesterday. And so that's distracting you from the clear vision. So when you look in, it looks like John is actually subconsciously vomiting on the bed, is what it looks like to you.
But Samuel's biting himself.
Right.
And you feel your arm being.
You just feel, and just saying the association of him biting there
right.
makes your arm more sensitive.
Right. I'm actually going to try to stop Sam from biting his own wrist off.
Okay.
Smack him.
Yeah, I'm just going to go up and either try to smack him or because obviously
all you have to do is just adjust. Remember, he's on the brink of sleep too. Remember, so more than likely you just.
I am super focused.
Right.
I'm going to go up and give him a nice good gib slap upside the back of the head.
Can I reflex to catch his hand in my mouth?
In your mouth.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, you see your head completely turn 80 degrees, and no, we're not doing that. Now,
well, I gotta get his revenge.
But as you come into contact, now this is the others won't recognize it for that, but at that instant, the shadowy, lightning bolty looking thing, literally seems to like skip and then disappear, kind of like you would if you were watching a TV show and the TV signal drops out. It gets that little lines through it, kind of an image, and then it just ceases to exist for a few seconds. At which time, the thing that's laying on John's chest there's a second convulsion, if you will, and a second eyeball pushes out through his lips.
Ew.
I ate too much squid. Sorry.
Hi, what the hell are you doing that for? I was focusing, you bastard.
You were biting your hand off.
I wasn't biting my hand off. There's no
Look at your
blood.
wrist.
He shows you there's no bite marks. He literally had his hand to his mouth to help with his concentration, but you thought he was biting himself.
Yeah. Then we get to see the pain.
And
Damn it!
Oh,
And then
Christ.
he's gonna
John,
know something's going down,
John.
so he's gonna.
Guys, let me do this. John, as you're laying there, you see another part of the scene that you hadn't seen before, and that is that your ancestor was actually standing over Laughter's bed, vomiting this thing onto him, and that was the precursor to him turning and attacking you ancestrally. So you're basically vomiting on Desmond, this thing that's coming out from inside of you.
And then Desmond eating me.
Desmond jumping
later.
up. Desmond. Well, no, Desmond reacting to what you were doing by leaping up and throws the eyeball thing into the fire. And that throwing it into the fire reminds you of the agony that you experienced in your case as a fireman that caused you to lose your job, as you are enjoying watching this thing burn.
Somebody's a pyromaniac.
A little bit, but that's out of character.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Sam, at this point, now that he knows he's distracted, he's sure that something has gone down now, so he's gonna rush in.
okay, so he climbs up out of the, he's getting up out of the bed. Lassiter, are you going with him? Or are you going to try to?
Yeah, I'm going with him.
Are you gonna stop him?
No, I'm going with him because
You're not
if
gonna
he's
stop him?
So is
So
Professor.
context. So for clarification, there is no context really for you to see him as being a guardian or rescuer because you did not see the big guy, the tall guy, in the other room.
Mhm.
So I'm just
Your
clarifying.
job is protect.
You went over to protect Laughter. Laughter's now protected, so your response might be more along the lines of, "Yeah, we should protect," but you would actually be therefore ahead of Laughter in heading for the room. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, that's like I realized
Stop
that.
him.
Okay, now he's awake. I'm going in to get John to
Stop
make
him.
sure he's okay.
So as you're leaving,
Professor is moving.
Well,
to,
am I consciousness to explore my world, or am I just?
Sure, ask away.
I was like, I look at him, the guy who threw Laughter, that threw the
Desmond, the one on the floor.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is he able to talk if I say hello?
You're going to say hello after vomiting eyeballs on him?
No. I want to like try to talk to him because he seems in his right mind at this very moment.
Okay, so
'Cause
you're looking at Desmond. What are you saying to Desmond?
I'm gonna say. Let me see if I can word it properly.
In meta, real quick,
Sure.
this is a funny thought.
Sure.
You know those. So he was dreaming about throwing up a horrible thing, and he threw it up, right?
Right.
I really hope he doesn't have one of those dreams like when you really have to go to the bathroom, but you're still asleep. So you imagine like going pee,
Yeah.
and then
It
yeah,
crawls out of
I
the
feel like
pee.
that could be really bad in this situation.
Yeah, it's like pushing a stone bladder.
oh, a gallstone?
Kidney
Or kidney
stone.
stone?
Kidney stone.
It's-
Anyways,
What a charming thought to have.
What are you saying to your would-be victim that you vomited the eyes on him for some kind of intent, yet when he throws it in the fire, you're pleased.
What?
Kind of like divided
Who are you?
bonds there.
What happened?
As he throws it in the fire, Desmond turns to you. He says, "I am Salvato. You must stop. This
How
must
do I
end.
stop?
This must end. You need to control yourself.
How?
I can help. It will only take half your brain. It will only take half. And if you feel him, he with superhuman speed, he leaps from the ground where he was lying, where you vomited on him, and basically pushes you back onto the ground. As he pushes you to the ground, you feel your head come in contact with the log, which caused you to be passed out in the last vision you had.
Almost like you're going back further and further. So this is like one step.
Professor, you see John get up out of his bed. The eyeball orb thing that was on his pillow or whatever is oozing down the wall behind the bed.
Okay,
Can I?
No, you're not really aware. You're still in Never Never Land, but you're.
Well, yeah, I know, but like subconsciously, can I try to swallow it back up?
Okay, now that actually makes perfect sense. So you go to the edge of the fire and you're trying to consume the flaming eyeball thing. For some reason, you're trying to pull it back inside of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
We've all had those moments when you throw up and you don't quite make it, and so you got to swallow it back down. You know.
Well, it's also like every dog out there that vomits and then goes over and tries to. You'll never look at a dog that's eating its own vomit again the same way.
It's polite, you know. You don't want to.
You don't want to waste the food, you know.
It's eating whatever that evil spirit had just vomited out. Congressman, everything's going. All of your perfect plans are going awry because, John is back behind the bed trying to get at whatever it was that just succeeded, and you see
Yes?
Laughter and Lassiter heading for the room.
Sure.
Okay. I'm not sure what I'm gonna let it run because
Okay.
I want to see what happens.
Okay. Yeah. The weird creepiness of it is I just want to see. Professor, you also saw that, and you see all that action going on, people leaving the rooms and such. What do you want to do?
She's busy.
She's on a phone call.
She's distracted. The phone rings just then. Great. It's
The
Grayson.
pharmacy called.
She's like in shock, so she can't do anything.
No, it's Grayson, right? It's Grayson on the phone with her talking about something she can't understand. She's trying to get.
He's finally got up the courage to ask her on a date.
Yeah.
Now what else is pending?
We'll deal with what that is when she gets back. But
it was
so
just
she's not there.
info.
So Lassiter, you're the first through the door. You see John with his eyes rolled back inside of his head, so you just see the whites of his eyes, clawing at this gooey substance and trying to ingest it. Then you
This
see
doesn't look good.
Then you see the eyeballs dangling in the gooey pile.
I think that would cause some mental damage. I think seeing that unprepared.
The last time I was in.
Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah.
Lassiter, go ahead and roll percentage dice for me.
I had to update it, and that was in January.
Oh,
Yeah.
bad. That is bad.
What'd you get?
7.
7? Oh yeah, he pulls out his gun and just starts blasting away at the object that's hanging from John's head. So John's going to immediately
Now you
waken.
say you need.
Go ahead and roll percentage dice, John, because this is
I don't
traumatic
know
for you
what
because
my
it's
total will
breaking
be
your
until the
vision.
end of the year.
Can we mute Gene real quick?
My pension is always the same with a slight COLA increase.
I don't think that people want to hear this
And
anyway.
I
I'm
don't know
trying
what
to get
the
to
maximum is.
Where can I
because
find
Just
it?
click on her picture and hit
high school
mute.
year, my payment year, when with a
I
particular
don't see the mute button
set of
anymore. It
pay,
doesn't let me.
goes
Just
to
click on her picture.
I clicked on her
then in
picture. It's not
September
doing
it will
anything.
increase a bit.
Jane!
I don't know what my total will be.
Jane!
I give them my monthly total.
Jane.
Jane!
I don't see a mute button for that. I only see a mute button for.
You gotta turn off the mute. Turn off the stream.
Okay. Yeah. I keep talking, guys, while I go turn off the stream.
Yep. So we're talking about all this stuff, and we're singing
And la 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 la.
la 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 la